President Trump's recent announcement of a new $100,000 fee for H-1B visas is sparking concern in the medical community. Trump says he's trying to protect American workers, but recruiters in the healthcare industry say his new plan could worsen an existing physician shortage. Well, one of those people sounding the alarm is Michael Everest. He's CEO and chairman of Residency Medical. It's a medical residency and fellowship placement firm. Thank you so much for joining us on this very interesting topic, Michael. Let's start here. For the average person who's, let's say, not in the tech world or familiar with the medical industry, why should they care about this H-1B visa overhaul?
Thank you for having me, Danny. I bring a unique perspective. For the last 25 years, I've been helping medical students, both stateside and foreign, come to America and practice, specifically in the areas of vulnerable population and rural areas where there's a great doctor shortage. So now there's this big fear happening about, oh my gosh, I cannot come here and practice. We need these workers. And because not only to practice medicine as residents, but to retain them afterwards. I think what's happening now is a lot of fear amongst the international medical graduate community, and it will not affect us, us American doctors, because American doctors fill a majority of them. 94% of them achieve residency. The rest are filled by foreign doctors that want to come and break the chains of wherever country they're from and live the American dream and give back to the community. So they're afraid that they're not going to be able to come to America and do residency. And our administrators at these hospitals, at these community-based hospitals, really are afraid that the doctors won't stay. But it's not so much come in. It's not so much the doctors coming in, but the objective should be to retain these doctors in these communities where doctors don't stay.
Michael, can I ask you, for those who might not be aware, what is the state of this physician shortage? What's the current situation on the ground right now?
Yes, so that's a very good question. The physician shortage is we're training doctors, and we need more doctors. The baby boomers are going to, get older, and the physician shortage is really big in our rural areas, in our vulnerable population areas, because they really don't want to practice there. I'm out here in Santa Monica, and a doctor will train in a vulnerable population area, but they won't stay there. So what we're finding is if we can get these foreign workers, these foreign residents, to practice with a commitment to stay in that area and build their practice post-residency, that's where we'll help the physician shortage. Right outside of Los Angeles, if you go to Riverside County, it's hard to find a general surgeon, a specialized otolaryngologist. So recruiting these foreign workers to stay in those areas, I think could be a very, very powerful assistance to our doctor shortage.
President Trump, of course, has said that companies should be hiring American workers. He says that this initiative really is about protecting and bolstering U.S. workers. What do you say? Are these two ideas in conflict here?
Well, I bring a unique perspective because I have Residency Medical that helps medical students and graduates, achieve residency. Foreigners, a lot of the time, international medical graduates, we call them. But also I started a tech company, EDU, about 3 years ago. So I agree with President Trump in that it may be abused, but I think that in the nuance of it in technology, perhaps startup companies that are 20 or less employees can get a sprinkle of the H1 lottery, and the bigger companies, because startups are hard, right? And as far as the medical perspective and the residency training perspective of H visas, I think that there should be a exception for that, for these especially vulnerable population areas and these rural areas. We're doing a big push in West Virginia. A friend of mine owns a hospital in Aberdeen, Mississippi, and they really need to retain these doctors. And if we can get the foreign doctors to give back to our country in some of the most vulnerable population areas, it will be a win-win for us Americans and the foreign folks that want to come and become Americans down the road.
Michael Everest, there's a lot of news happening these days, but I appreciate you spending the time to shed light on this particular issue that is impacting people, and they might not even know it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you for having me today.